Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone!
We are back with part 3 of our Mega Bomberman Let's Play.
That we are.
Not Mega Bomberman, Mega Bomberman.
Yes.
Alright, and we're still fighting this boss.
Yep. And he just killed me.
That I know is supposed to be a mountain thing, but before it got its arms and stuff, it looked like a pile of poop. Yeah, before it got the rest of its body and its arms and legs, yeah, that looks like a pile of poop.
Okay, so I just have to time it.
Yes.
Good. Maybe...
So a little less brain power required than with the first boss.
Yeah. Just gotta be careful when he jumps up and down, because...
Yep.
Oh!
Oh.
Fart!
Well, gotta look out for those things, too, whatever those are.
Yeah. So it's not as difficult as the first world boss.
Yeah.
Because I was, like, struggling with that thing, and I then found out that it was the banana... No, it was the monkey who was the bad guy that you had
Right. Controlling the banana.
Yeah.
You had to go after the monkey.
Yep. Alright. And I am a little excited about the purchases we made yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we visited our regulars, our first shopping trip at those video game stores of the new year.
Yep.
So that was pretty exciting.
That it was.
And yeah, we made some purchases we're pretty excited about.
That we did.
Yep, it's always fun to add to our video game library.
Yep.
We're very slowly but surely testing the games we buy to make sure they're working.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of get a preview of what we've purchased.
Yep. That it was. I was a little shocked, though, about that store that no longer exists, though.
Yes, we also visited the mall. And there was a retro video game store that it was alright, but you know, I kind of felt like it was a little overpriced. But I'm like, well, we're here.
Yeah.
So we might as well go visit.
Indeed.
They were not there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I did a little investigating online and found out part of the reason why they weren't there. And I won't tell you the name of this store because I'm not interested in...
Other more qualified journalists have already done that job.
Yeah, which is probably contributed to why it's not there. But, yeah, read some reviews, found a YouTube video calling out this store. And sadly not oh my god, this store is great, you should come. More of a, look out, Marylanders, this is a store you should avoid type of thing.
Yeah.
Because they had another location in White Marsh, which is apparently the one more people go to. Or went to, rather. Oh, yay, we're already in a snowy level. So yeah, apparently I found out they were selling reproductions. Which that in itself, as long as you're transparent, is not the worst thing.
Yeah. Like the guys in...
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the guys in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They admitted.
Yeah, he's like, these are Pokemon games for $40. They're reproductions. It's a cheaper way to actually experience the Pokemon games if you didn't buy them when they were new. That's fine.
Yeah.
and you're paying for a reproduction, and it's not going to be perfectly like the original. But this store was selling reproductions and passing them off as the real deal, and charging you the price as if they were the real deal.
Which is naughty.
Yep. Some other naughty things they did. Some people pointed out some of what they were selling was fan art and not fan art that they did. So they said it's questionable whether or not they got permission.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody swore that they saw AI art.
Very bad.
At that store. So, yeah. Store does shifty things, gets caught red-handed, suddenly is not getting the customer base to pay its rent, and disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's sadly a tale as old as time.
Yeah. And, I didn't know that it closed 6 or 7 months ago. And the reason I didn't know is because I felt like they were overpriced, so I was kind of avoiding them. And the guy who was there during the week, the owner, a very nice guy, and I thought he was being fair because he docked off the price a little bit of one of the games because when he looked at the disc, it was really scratched up, so he gave me a smaller price. So unfortunately, I thought they were reputable because of that guy. But anyway, the lady that works there during the weekend,
she was not that nice.
No. She should not be in a customer service role, and definitely shouldn't be working at a retro video game store. I almost feel like she was kind of one of those people who she needed a job and was under the false impression that this job would be extremely easy.
Yep.
And was all angry that she had to do things like find the disc for the game when you buy a game. And that they weren't organized where she could easily find it, so she had to look through all the discs. I'm like,
that's work.
And it's and yes, and this is a protective measure that we do so that somebody doesn't come into the mall, go, oh, I don't want to pay $50 for this game, and they just walk out with the game.
Exactly.
So yeah,
just move that a bit first.
Yeah, and I just remember when we were looking at a game, and you're like, that's expensive, and she's like, oh, yeah, it's a retro game, it's gonna be expensive. So yeah, we did give a bad review at least about her.
We did.
So, yeah, but also I was suspicious of them when there was a Wii game. I don't think I bought it there. I think I actually bought it.
I don't think so either.
I bought it, I think, at Play Raven.
Yeah.
Where I'm I finally saw it at Play Raven, and it was $7 at Play Raven. And I'm this was $25 in the same or even slightly worse condition at the other store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was it would be one thing if the one at Play Raven was not in its original case or something. But, it definitely was.
Yes.
Yep, so... Sorry, Mom just texted me that she's back. So I was just saying, welcome back.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I got clobbered at that one.
Yeah, this is a little bit tougher.
Yep.
But I think the Bomberman games are a healthy difficulty.
Yeah. We're in World 3 after all.
Yeah. You're not like, this is so easy, but you're also not like, oh my god, it's so hard.
Oh no.
It's so
Getting a drink
cruelly
of water.
hard, you know. But yeah, I think I've said this in a previous episode, but I do love the personality of the Bomberman games.
Me too.
I like the world, just the aesthetic of the world that Bomberman lives in.
Me too.
Yeah, it's similar to Kirby, like I said, where the land they're in and the villains and just everything has a certain aesthetic to it that all works together nicely. It's not like we're putting these characters in the real world type of thing.
And we're not trying to be uber macho like games like the Notorious.
Yeah, that was so funny when we were buying a Bomberman game
Yeah.
at Play Raven yesterday, and he was like, yeah, did you play the Xbox 360 one? It wasn't very good. I'm like, yeah, nobody likes that. Like, I have not played that one, but I have heard horror stories, so yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, the one where they, made him look mature and edgy, and he's like, you've heard of it. Or he's like, you have played it. And I'm like, no, I've heard of it, but I in fact watched a YouTube video by this guy who covers infamous games that, sold much worse than the other games. Like, they're usually in somebody's top 10 list of worst games, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But he actually investigates the behind-the-scenes stuff that led to it selling.
I love that
poorly.
about his videos.
Yes, I love his videos. I can give it a shout out because I like this guy. Much bigger channel than us. I believe his name is Matt McMuscles.
Yes.
He does a series called What Happened. He occasionally does movies too.
Cool.
He talked about the Mario movie, the 1993 one.
Nice.
Not the Illumination one.
What exactly happened with the Illumination Mario movie?
Well, it did very well. Why am I doing an episode about this?
Yeah.
April Fools. No, I'm kidding. I could see that. Like, for April Fools, he covers an actual good game on his What Happened channel, and we're all like,
Yeah.
I love that Bomberman has his own little Yoshi-like creatures.
I love that.
I honestly am not that... Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm really not that hard to please. I mean, some people probably think of me as very hard to please, but I'm like... not really.
I like to think of it as you like good quality.
I do.
Yeah, rightfully so.
And when I feel like the quality is unnecessarily dipping, I do call it out.
Yes.
And I'm a person who I know what I like, I know what I don't like. And that's why I say I'm pretty simple. I mean, if you get to know me, like if you bother to take the time to get to know me, you can pretty much figure out what I like and what I don't like. I'm not that much of a mystery.
Yes.
I guess that's what I mean when I don't feel like I'm that hard to please. Cause yeah, I don't just have the unpopular opinions in the sense that I'll hate stuff that everybody seems to love. I can have it in the other direction too.
Right.
Like, I like the Bubsy games, and everybody seems to, like... That scared me for a minute.
That would scare me, too.
And everybody seems to not like the Bubsy games. Or, like, you know, I like Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, the game that everybody... It's almost sheeple level. Everybody hates that game. Or, like... Sonic Shuffle is another Sonic example. Where I have heard people defend Sonic 06, I have yet to hear people defend Sonic Shuffle.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's because a lot of people look at it and their brain goes, oh, they're cashing in on Mario Party. And then they just, the rest of the ability to analyze it just seems to shut off or is colored by that. Like, oh yeah, that's ripping off Mario Party, that's ripping off Mario Party, and that's inferior to Mario Party because it's not ripping it off right, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Where it's like, I don't even necessarily know if they went into it going, we're gonna rip off Mario Party, you know?
Correct.
Especially since, ironically, Hudson Soft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They made the Mario Party game.
Yeah.
This company that made the game we're playing right now, they helped make Sonic Shuffle. But people are so biased against Sonic Shuffle that I found somebody who spun that in a negative light. Who had the audacity to be like, they even forced Hudson Soft to help them. I'm like, how do you force a game company to help you? Hudson could be like, no. Really? How did they force Hudson Soft? I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. People, a lot of people, and obviously not everybody, but a lot of people seem to have this intrinsic bias.
Yeah.
When they're approaching something. And since I played it, you know, in 2001, or actually in 2000, I think, even,
Yeah.
the year it came out. Yeah, so it was brand new. So I played it before I had the chance to hear the internet react to it.
Yes, you did.
And yes, initially I was like, oh, okay, so this is kind of doing something similar to Mario Party. That's the big difference. I didn't automatically go, oh, they're cashing in on Mario Party, they're ripping it off.
One has to remember, Mario and Sonic were still competitors at the time that this game was released.
Yeah, and that's the other reason everybody said it was ripping off Mario Party. But
so,
yeah.
You're not appreciating the fresh stuff that Sega brought to the table.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I played it, and I enjoyed it, and then I became aware of the internet's reaction to it. Like a year or two later, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, well...
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, it did a lot differently.
It did. And it shouldn't be sneezed at.
Yeah. And don't worry, this is, as you know, this is not the first time I've defended Sonic Shuffle. It won't be the last time, because nobody else is doing it, as far as I know. If somebody else is doing it, let me know in the comments, because I have to go be friends with that person.
Yes. He must. We must.
Because a lot of the big wigs, you know, the big Let's Play channels have come together to collectively criticize Sonic Shuffle. Because there were the certain grumps. And I talk about them a lot because I love them, but I do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with what they do.
Yes.
this was one of their videos where they had guests, so this was a guest episode. So that's why I say a lot of big Let's Players came together and hated on Sonic Shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all like, well, these are the people we love to watch. We love them. We respect their opinions. We put high value in their opinions. So if they hate it, and I've heard horrible things about it, then I must hate it too. That's kind of the thought process.
Spreading the mindset.
Yeah. And I think that's what happened, where a lot of people collectively started hating Sonic Adventure. And I'm like, that made even less sense to me. Like Sonic Shuffle has some issues with it, but ironically, it's not the stuff that's ripping off Mario Party, or that it's failing to accurately rip off Mario Party.
That's cool.
A problem. Yeah, that's interesting. The actual issues are separate from that, you know. And when we play the game, I can try to point that out. Because, believe me, one day we will play Sonic Shuffle.
We will.
Trust me.
Darn it, I lost my Yoshi dude.
I know. I don't know what they're called. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows the lore of Bomberman who's here, let us know in the comments if you know what they're called. Because I keep seeing them in the game, but I never... With these games, since I bought them used, I never had manuals, so I was never able to look that up. To know what they even are.
Yeah.
They're like bunny, rabbit, dinosaur things. I don't know what they are. But they're cute.
They are.
And I love in the racing game you ride them. There's a Bomberman racing game. Bomberman Fantasy Race. Probably will play it on this channel, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
One day.
Yes, we will.
It's actually... I got it. It was... I want to say maybe my 4th or 5th PlayStation game that I got.
Wow, that back then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. It's Bomberman Fantasy Race. I remember renting it from Blockbuster. In fact, you know, Blockbuster was a great place that we all took for granted.
It was.
I don't know if this was the case in all locations, but I assume. You were able to rent consoles.
Yes.
Before I bought the PlayStation, I rented it, and I tried it, and that convinced me to buy the PlayStation. When I rented the PlayStation, one of the games I rented was Bomberman Fantasy Race.
Nice.
So that was one of the games that made me want to buy the PlayStation.
That is a cool story, man.
Yes. Other ones being Crash 2 and Spyro.
That is a really cool story.
Thank you. So, yes. So, those of you who weren't around in the rental times,
Yeah.
you gotta understand. People tend more to talk about the video rental, but video game rental, oh, that was the best. And I'm not rich, so I never got to try the thing that they probably still have this, but the thing that was trying to give us what we were missing in terms of the video game rental once that was gone. Back in the early days when Netflix was a mail-in service.
Yeah.
There was, and I forget what it's called, because there's probably more than one now if they even still exist. I always wanted to do it, but there was something like that for a video game, where you would pay a monthly subscription fee, and you could rent games. As long as you were a paid member, you could keep it as long as you want. There was a certain limit, like I think you could get 5 at once. You could play them as long as you want, and then when you want more, you send those games back and then choose the other games you want.
That is cool.
Yes. But see, we weren't particularly rich in our household, so we did not do it.
Right.
As much as I really wanted to, I knew I probably could never afford that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Because I think the reason so many of us are so enraged about games that are bad and want to tell the rest of the world how bad they are, the innocent reason for that is there's nothing worse than wasting your hard-earned cash on a game that ends up being horrible.
Correct.
Or you're just not having a good time with it. So I get it. So I'm acknowledging the good side, the innocent side, the I want to be helpful to people side of complaining about how horrible games are. It's to save those people.
Right. Guys, what people thought that the nerd was about, even though... Well, he and other guys like him, it was kind of for show.
Yeah, really played up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously the other thing you can do is read reviews, but...
Yep.
But I feel like that atmosphere got very toxic.
Yes.
Especially when there was just this time where a game is considered good for a while, but then somebody comes along and they're like, you guys just have your rose-colored glasses on, this game sucks. And then everybody's like, oh, okay, this game sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
That is when
Yeah.
the reviewing started to get sloppy, in my opinion.
Yeah, and when... I mean, I've heard people complain in both directions. There are people who complain about, you know, everybody's sheeple about which games are good. And then they're like... and they're the same with this game is bad, you know. But considering I was there, and I know I keep using this example, but I was there, I know that Sonic Adventure was a beloved game when it came out. And I think we're going back around to its good again, thank God.
Yes.
But yeah, for a while... Because people were upset at Sonic in general at that time, so they were like going back and going, oh yeah, the games you said that were good in the Sonic franchise, nah, they're actually bad. Except for this one game that's my baby, you know. Whatever.
Yeah, I know your pain.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of it too, and a lot of it got me scratching my head because I could not believe Sonic the Hedgehog fans treated their IP like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. The Sega controls Sonic franchise, but this is your what you got up in the morning and had some fun with the Blue Hedgehog and his friends.
Yeah, or, you know, I don't know, I know everybody's a little bit different, like, I think the Sonic fandom is a lot more diverse than what the internet gives it credit for, but...
Right.
Yeah.
It is a diverse fandom.
And like with any games, but... What I promised myself I would never be, I would never decide I don't like a game just because it was hyped. And
Good.
I'm annoyed at the hype. If it looks like something I might enjoy, I will try it. And I will give stuff a fair try even when I have the first impression. And I'm like, Like, some of the stuff that I got really annoyed at people hyping up, I've tried.
Yes.
like with Final Fantasy VII, and I'm like, it's not a bad game, okay? It really is a good game. It's got a deep story, it's doing a lot graphically. That was not really being done a whole lot.
Right.
But, do I feel like it deserves to be remade into Oblivion? No. Do I feel like it deserves the title of the best Final Fantasy game? No. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy game. So far. You know, I'd have to play through more of them more extensively to know even what my favorite one is.
Yes. And there are 15, 16 of them now?
I think 16, but I'd have to look.
Yay!
Yay! And anyway, this is perfect timing. We'll finish up this level and then stop because we're actually at 31 minutes. Anyway, I guess I just want to say I make my own decisions. I guess since I was never particularly popular in school, I kind of got used to just forming my own opinions in isolation of other people's opinions.
Well, that's good of you.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have to pay attention to the password after this level.
Yes.
Because next is the boss.
Wait.
Or is it? Or is it one more?
I think we got one more.
Oh, okay, so never mind. Okay, stage. I don't think we have a password yet.
Right.
Alright, I guess we'll keep going. Can't be helped.
Okay.
Since we weren't given a password, you guys get a bit of a longer video from us. I don't like that extra. It keeps doing
I hate that too.
What was it doing that before?
I don't think it was doing that in Worlds 1 and 2.
Very weird.
It is. Uncomfortably weird.
Yes, very uncomfortable. Falling too much into glitch I'm used to from NES territory.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be Genesis. Genesis does what Nintendo don't, am I right?
Yeah, it's not a toaster.
Yeah, and it's not a lunchbox either. It's a Genesis, man!
It's not a toaster that you press the game down like you're making your Pop-Tarts in the morning.
Yeah. No!
Excuse me.
Bless. Yeah, excuse me.
I had to put out my nose.
Well, this is a good way to end the episode if this is the final life. Yep.
Okay, guys.
Now jot down that password, everybody.
All right,
and have a great one.
1052. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.